Welcome to The Explainer, everyone! Today we're diving into Roald Dahl's fantastic book, The Giraffe Pelly Me. Now, Roald Dahl is obviously a legend when it comes to children's books, and this one is an absolute gem. But let's be honest, sometimes with all the wild characters and fast-paced action, the plot can be just a little tricky for younger readers to follow. So our goal today is to break down the whole story step by step. We're going to focus on the characters, figure out their unique traits, and make the whole thing incredibly easy to follow. Let's get right into it.
So right off the bat, I want you to think about this question. How do a giraffe, a pelican, and a monkey clean windows? I mean, it sounds like the setup to a joke, right? But figuring out exactly how these very specific animals work together is the absolute key to our entire adventure. Just keep that puzzle in the back of your mind as we go.
Okay, Section 1. Meet the crew.
Let's introduce our main crew, originally brought to life by the legendary illustrator Quentin Blake. First up, we've got our narrator, a young boy named Billy. Then, rounding out the team, there's the incredibly tall giraffe, the flying pelican, they just call him Pelly for short, and an extremely agile monkey. Oh, and we'll also be crossing paths with the very bewildered, very rich Duke of Hampshire, but we'll meet him properly in just a bit.
What is so brilliant about this setup is how every single character has a specific job based entirely on their unique physical traits. They actually call themselves the ladderless window cleaning company, and the reason is pretty literal. The giraffe is the ladder because her long neck lets them reach the highest windows. The pelican is the bucket, carrying water in his massive beak. The nimble monkey is the actual cleaner who scrubs the glass, and young Billy, well, he acts as their business manager, keeping the whole operation organized. It's the ultimate division of labor.
Now, to really understand how a pelican acts as a bucket, we have to talk about his special trait. He proudly refers to it as his patented beak, and frankly, it's completely magical. See, a regular pelican couldn't just hold an open beak full of water all day long without getting tired, but our Pelly has a pretty amazing trick up his sleeve, or actually, in his neck.
The top half of his beak literally folds away. Billy describes it as being exactly like a metal tape measure. It slides smoothly backwards, right into his head until it is almost entirely out of sight. That leaves the bottom half wide open to carry absolutely whatever they need. Maybe it's fresh fish, maybe it's a human passenger like Billy, or in this case, a massive load of window cleaning water. So here is the crucial point that actually kicks off our plot. All of these wonderful animals are absolutely starving. They spent every penny they had buying an old, abandoned sweet shop to live in, and now they desperately need to earn cash to buy food. And we're not talking about just any food here. The monkey needs walnuts, the pelican is craving fresh fish, and the giraffe, well, she's the trickiest of all. She's a Guaranius giraffe, which means she can only eat the pink and purple flowers of the incredibly rare Tinkle Tinkle tree. Talk about high maintenance. Bottom line, they need a big job, and they need it fast.
Which brings us to Section 2. The big window job.
Just in time, they are hired by the incredibly wealthy Duke of Hampshire. The Duke, this older gentleman with his signature walking stick, has a massive house with hundreds of impossibly high windows that haven't been properly cleaned in years. So Billy, stepping right up into that sharp business manager role, introduces the team and actually manages to convince the skeptical Duke to give them a shot. Once they get the green light, they spring into action like a well-oiled machine. It's totally seamless. The monkey turns on the garden tap to fill up the pelican's patented beak with water. The second the bucket is full, the monkey just scampers right up the giraffe's neck, literally as easily as climbing a tree, to scrub the glass, while the giraffe stretches all the way up to those top floors. And the Duke, he is absolutely blown away by how efficient they are.
But wait, it wouldn't be much of an adventure without a twist. Section 3. Catching a thief.
Right in the middle of this perfect job, the Duchess comes absolutely screaming out of the house in total panic. Someone has ransacked her room and stolen all her priceless diamond jewels. But before the burglar can get away, our brave pelican swoops right in. This guy is dangerous and armed, but the pelican just scoops the thief right up in his giant magical beak, trapping him completely.
There's just one huge problem, though. The burglar has a pistol inside that beak, and everyone is terrified he's going to shoot his way out. This is where the giraffe uses some incredibly quick thinking. She yells out, "Shake him up, Belly! Rattle his bones! Teach him not to do it again!" And the pelican doesn't hesitate. He starts shaking his head back and forth so fast it turns into a blur. It totally scrambles the thief inside like a bowl of eggs, making him way too dizzy to even think about firing his gun.
And that action-packed moment leads us right into Section 4, the grand reward.
So, the police show up and drag away the very dizzy burglar. And the Duke? He is so incredibly thrilled that his wife's diamonds are safe that he decides to reward his new friends in the best way possible. He actually invites the giraffe, the pelican, and the monkey to live on his massive estate forever. He sets them up with a huge warm hay barn complete with central heating, but best of all, he promises to provide them with all the walnuts, all the fresh fish, and yes, even those super rare tinkle tinkle tree flowers for the rest of their lives.
But what about Billy, right? He certainly doesn't get left out. See, Billy's ultimate, lifelong dream was to own a sweet shop. As a massive thank you, the Duke uses his wealth to completely rebuild that old, abandoned shop the animals were squatting in, affectionately known as the Grubber. And he stocks it from top to bottom with every glorious, magical candy you could ever imagine. We're talking sugar snorters, butter gumballs, caramel fudge, the whole 9 yards. Billy's ultimate dream becomes a reality.
Okay, Section 5. Time for our story super summary.
Let's lock this all in with 4 simple steps. Step 1, we meet Billy and the starving animal crew and we learn about their unique talents. Step 2, Billy acts as manager and gets them a job cleaning impossibly high windows for the rich Duke. Step 3, disaster strikes, but the pelican heroically catches an armed jewel thief in his magical beak. And finally, Step 4, the totally grateful Duke rewards them all with endless food, a beautiful home, and a brand new sweet shop for Billy.
I really hope this explainer made Roald Dahl's fantastic story super easy to follow and helped you see exactly how every single character's special trait was needed to save the day. But you know, thinking about our magical friend the Pelly leaves me with one final thought. If you had a magical, folding, pelican's patented beak of your very own, what in the world would you carry inside it? Think about it. Thanks for hanging out with me on The Explainer today, and keep on reading.